McGregor did. It's really a trick. He gets these people to box with him. They have no business boxing with him, and he's making millions and millions of dollars doing this way after his competitive career is over. He's that money. That money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's absolutely, he needs money.
You think he's going
Once
broke?
again, come on. Fighters like that always go broke.
Because everything that he says is about money. There's nothing else. There's no values. There's no...
Joe Rogan didn't hold back when he called out Floyd Mayweather, questioning the truth behind the boxer's outrageous claim of managing $42 million across 60 properties. Industry insiders have raised serious eyebrows, insisting that Floyd's flashy money talk doesn't reflect the facts. While he paints a picture of a sprawling real estate empire, critics argue it's all smoke and mirrors. Beneath the surface, what seems like untouchable riches could very well be exaggerated stories and hollow boasts.
Greatest boxer of all time. Floyd was just boxing him up, which is what he does. So that's what's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody, and he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him. It doesn't even hurt his record. Also money. He needs that money. That money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's not that expensive though, but
he's only 46. But he does this with everything, man. He's got $1 million watches.
I don't think he buys every pair.
You think they give them to him?
Yeah, because then you get a video like that.
Right. That's smart.
And then you get Floyd's Air Force Ones given away for charity. That's a tax write-off. There's all sorts of things that goes into
Yeah, you
that.
got a good point. But those $1 million watches, they're not giving you those.
Over time, Floyd evolved from a daring, electrifying fighter into the figure the world knows as Money Mayweather. Joe Rogan highlighted that this transformation reshaped Floyd's entire outlook. His love for boxing gradually gave way to chasing ever larger paychecks. Rogan suggests that the drive to conquer opponents in the ring was swapped for an almost singular focus on wealth, and in the process, Floyd became notorious for undermining and mocking the very fighters he faced.
People's faces off. No more hand problems, much more money.
Yeah, I love what he's doing too, beating up these YouTube guys.
It's great.
I love it.
It's so funny that these guys are willing to get beat up by him.
Well, I think they're all delusional.
And one of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit. And he's like, look at my $1 million watch. Look at my fucking jet. Look at my house. Look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed. Like this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes. But when I'll show you, when I'll show up, I bring out the big boy and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like $5 million.
Joe Rogan doesn't mince words. He argues that Floyd's legacy is defined more by his fortune than his skills in the ring. While Mayweather is undeniably one of boxing's most famous figures, Rogan insists that today his fame is built largely on money and persona. When talk turns to Floyd possibly crossing into mixed martial arts, Rogan shuts it down completely, claiming he wouldn't last a second in that world. His perspective underscores a growing consensus that Mayweather's dominance is confined to boxing, and his talents likely wouldn't carry over to another combat sport.
May license wants 6 to 8 months to train. He's screwed. First of all, they should give him everything they can get their greasy paws on, get him to fight Conor in an MMA fight.
You'd be screwed.
It's not just getting screwed. Like someone said it should be 1,000 to 1. That's not high enough. It's not high enough. If Conor McGregor was going to fight Floyd Mayweather in MMA, it is as close to 100% as anything ever gets ever. He's probably going to punch Conor in the face a couple of times. It's probably going to suck, but Conor's going to get a hold of him. And then he's going to be like a baby. And if that doesn't happen, he'll kick Floyd's legs out from under him. He'll kick his legs sideways. He'll kick them from the outside. He'll kick them from the inside. He'll stay way the way from any sort of a range.
In another conversation, Joe Rogan highlighted the sheer influence Floyd wields in boxing, sharing a shocking tale where Mayweather allegedly had an official ejected mid-fight. Rogan pointed out that only someone with Floyd's stature and clout could pull off such a move so effortlessly. He emphasized that Mayweather's dominance in the sport extends well beyond his performances in the ring. The incident serves as yet another illustration of how his wealth and celebrity infiltrate almost every corner of his professional world.
Said Floyd Mayweather hit him behind the head. So Floyd fired the referee in the middle of the bout. Floyd throws this punch, and he's 100% correct. The punch landed the side of the head. It's a right hook. It's a perfect punch. And the referee was saying, watch the back of the head. He's like, what the are you talking about? And so he kicks the guy out, and they bring in a different referee who finishes the fight.
Rogan argues that Floyd's relentless ambition is rooted in his upbringing. Growing up with a father and uncle obsessed with competition, Mayweather was taught from a young age to strive for perfection and never settle for less. This mentality shaped him into the unstoppable force fans admired during his prime. Yet, that same unyielding drive now seems to steer his life outside the ring, shaping how he chases business deals, status, and financial supremacy.
How often do you hit the other guy? He's the best ever. The way him and his uncle and his father talk, I imagine they were always super competitive from the time they were young.
Yeah.
Like he grew up being they're super competitive. They're competitive about talking. They're competitive about all kinds of things. So it's like that hive, like growing up with that all the time. And
Floyd hasn't shied away from grandiose claims, once bragging that he rakes in roughly $3 million every month, and even suggesting his earnings outpace billionaires like Bill Gates. To the casual fan, these numbers sound staggering, but those familiar with boxing's financial landscape see things differently. Income in the sport is largely tied to major fights and pay-per-view events, not a consistent monthly paycheck. Experts and insiders have repeatedly called Floyd's claims into question, insisting the numbers just don't add up the way he presents them.
A month, which is $3.6 billion a year. He makes more money than Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, all of those guys. So I say all that to say this. The money that Canelo was looking for, they can easily come up with that money. Floyd Mayweather got it.
Well, listen, let me put it this way to you. If he makes what did he say, $300 million a month?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm 6'4" and 240. And I know I'm 5'8" and a half and 240. So there you go. There's no way. If he makes $3 million a month on his investments, that's a lot. $36 million a year. That's a lot. So I know guys that are worth, $500-600 million, plenty of them, and they don't make $36 million a year, let alone $300 million.
Floyd has always been upfront about the central role money plays in his life and mindset. He frequently shares that he wants his children to follow in his footsteps, embracing similar ventures and learning to create the kind of wealth he values. In his view, every move he makes is geared toward ensuring lasting financial security for his family's future. Yet, this focus on profit hasn't come without criticism. Many argue that his intense drive for money can overshadow principles like humility and integrity.
My children are adults, and I told them no more handouts because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money, I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grandchildren.
Despite raking in massive paydays, Floyd has repeatedly faced allegations of leaving debts unpaid within the boxing community. One of the most high-profile accusations came from rapper 50 Cent, who publicly claimed that Mayweather exploited him financially. According to 50, while Floyd was behind bars, he sought assistance managing his promotional business. The rapper reportedly contributed around $2 million to help, only to be dismissed afterward, with Floyd behaving as if no arrangement had ever been made.
While Floyd was, still incarcerated, then he comes home. There's the Let's Get Floyd Back in Pocket campaign that goes on where, it's $300,000 chains being bought and buying the new Lamborghini and all these new things. And I'm sitting there going, yo, when you gonna give me the money?
Because you had already invested.
Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back. But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail. Right? So it's like, let him cool his heels before.
Was that in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you sitting there big, and I'm like, yo, so when? But see, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardlessly. Right. You know, so I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he gonna say he wants to, you know, to give me the other half of it? Why I gotta ask you for it?
Right.
And then when he,
are we talking over 2 million?
It's about that.
Oh, okay.
At that point, it was, you know, invested in.
All right.
So look, he goes, when he finally does bring up the actual the situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. Like, I didn't tell y'all to do that. I didn't tell you to do that.
Oh, man.
And I'm looking at him.
50 Cent didn't hold back after that initial claim. He went on to reveal that many people around Floyd actually harbor resentment toward him. According to the rapper, Mayweather's relentless focus on money often eclipses personal values, straining his relationships. He insists that Floyd's constant display of wealth and status, though undeniably impressive, makes it difficult for anyone to appreciate him for more than just his achievements inside the ring.
Money's really gone.
Yeah, that's what you think. It's get the money, spend the money.
All that money.
And it's been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like within lifestyle, that money's gone. Trust me. Now it's like you call him, he'll be at your, you know, your local hosting in a nightclub because you need that action right now.
Do you think he step back in the ring?
I think he got
the financial controversy surrounding Floyd don't end with 50 Cent. Logan Paul also came forward, alleging that he hasn't been fully paid for their exhibition fight. Despite the enormous attention and millions generated by the event, Logan claims Floyd never delivered the agreed-upon sum. Situations like these fuel the perception that Floyd places money above everything else, showing how his intense focus on profit can ignite disputes and friction in his professional relationships.
Logan Paul.
Tyson Fury.
What? I want you to look up Tyson Fury, how many followers, and look up how many followers Logan Paul has.
Logan Paul, 56 million. Tyson Fury, 4 million.
So 50 compared to 4 something. I can fight a fighter right now, guarantee myself 35 million. Or me and Logan Paul can go out and entertain and have fun and make 100 million or more. So if you were me, you gotta look at 35 million for 12 rounds and 100 for 6 rounds.
Oscar De La Hoya has added his perspective too, hinting that Floyd's sporadic comebacks might be motivated by money. He notes that even elite fighters can run into financial strain if they live without restraint. Given Floyd's lavish lifestyle, from luxury cars and designer clothes to private jets, De La Hoya's cautionary words carry significance, suggesting that beneath all the glitz, financial pressures could still be shaping his decisions.
Booing in the arena at the end, but in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate
Floyd often grabs headlines with his extravagant spending. Reports claim he owns an $18 million watch, along with countless others, each worth thousands. While these flashy displays of wealth draw attention and awe from fans, they also spark debate about the sustainability and practicality of such lavish habits, even for someone with Floyd's massive fortune.
$8 million
$1.8 million watch.
$1.8 million, dude?
You're the first to see it.
That's insane. That
1.8 is high. 18 life.
That happy birthday, champ.
That's how we doing.
That is sick, dude.
But you gotta show him what he's saying.
Money green.
No,
Hold on. This watch was made specifically for the champ, Floyd Money Mayweather. 101 piece. Let me see. Oh, I see
One
the
of
back.
one. One of one.
The money team. Can we see it on him? Yes, sir.
That one of one.
$1.8 million.
It's like it's a one of one. I love.
Joe Rogan didn't hold back when addressing the Floyd versus Conor McGregor clash, labeling it as nothing more than a money-making spectacle. Although Floyd had retired from serious competition, he returned for a staggering $100 million payday in an exhibition match. For a fighter whose career has long revolved around wealth, this bout served as yet another example of how he turns fame into massive financial profit.
No extensions. That's one thing.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
that's one thing.
Okay. What was one of them? The ability to box?
One of them was the ability to box. They said that wasn't an option. Boxing is dead. It's not possible. This and that.
Now, what does that feel like to you, knowing that Conor McGregor did it and fought Floyd Mayweather and made $100 million?
Yes, gentlemen, let's do this.
A bitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Nah. Sneak this that's that shit I don't like.
Floyd has never shied away from showing off his confidence, openly celebrating his accomplishments. He often insists that no other boxer in history has achieved what he has. While this boldness fuels his larger-than-life image and keeps people talking, his constant comparisons to others invite skepticism and criticism, cementing his status as a divisive figure both inside and outside the ring.
You know, I don't think there's no boxer in history that has accomplished what I've accomplished. Not bragging or boasting, just speaking the truth. I take my hat off to a lot of legendary champions, you know, that paved the way for me to be where I'm at in the sport of boxing. But that was their era, and this is my era. I had a tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd went after Logan Paul for a big payday, yet didn't hesitate to criticize Mike Tyson for fighting Jake Paul later in life. Fans and analysts were quick to spot the double standard. This moment underscores how Floyd likes to shape the narrative around high-profile, exhibition bouts acceptable when it lines his own pockets, but open to scrutiny when others follow a similar path.
Something like Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. What is your reaction?
When you watching boxing for free, you can have millions and millions and millions of views. But when you're watching Floyd Mayweather, you have to pay. I think WWE is good for Logan.
And Jake Paul?
Easy. At 48, too easy.
That's a wrap for today's video. Stay tuned, you won't want to miss what's coming up next.